like this is great. Like this is a team that could go out and like compete for TI again. And then games 2 and 3, we see Elaspic Deucin, Elaspic Anti-Mage, and they just get run over. I really want to see them play up tempo, like kill the enemies, guys.
Now there's one thing, T, that is maybe a little bit of a problem here. The first 2 series that they played, they won, but they have not won a series since.
Yeah, I think they're just struggling to find
Well, against OG, our first game, we had a really good game. Then it went downhill from there. Overall, we did feel pretty confident, but we just made a couple of mistakes, and OG is really good at capitalizing on the mistakes. Analyzing, if anything, it's just pretty straightforward. We didn't play our best, so they capitalized on that and they won. Losing against OG puts us in a 2-3, 2 wins against 3 losses. So basically, we just have to win our remainder of the games.
There goes a bunch of their damage. Now with Mind Control throwing out the poison, this is going to be a lost fight for OG.
About my team, I feel like we just got back together after 2 years on a break. I feel like we need some time to get back together, get back the synergy and move forward. So it just takes some time. Eventually we will get there, but it's a slow progress. We're just embracing the road and we're just enjoying the ride. Well, I'm just focused on the games at the moment. I'm not focused on anything else. And if we win them, we will go to the major. Well, going into the matchup against Tundra, I can't feel anything but confidence. Just like I felt for all other games, to be honest. So it's just the same, just another day. I believe we have a good chance against Tundra.
It's Thompson. Nigma will take game 1 of this series.
They believe they have a good shot against Tundra. Well, I'm sure that 33 has some words to say about that.
I'm Neta, 33. I play often for Team Tundra. So far, the DPC season has been pretty good for us, I think. I mean, we had a couple disappointing losses. For the new team that we are pretty happy with our results so far. We are 2 and 3. We're still playing for one of the major slots, which is it's obviously the goal of the season. In our game against Alliance, we had the first game was pretty clean from us, and unfortunately in the second and third game we couldn't really close it. In the second game we felt like we were really winning, and then we made a couple of big mistakes that made it really hard to recover from. We are very confident coming into our series against Nigma. I think that they're obviously a strong team, but I think they are not as strong as OG or Secret, for example. And we felt like we could have won those series.
The Fisher's out, Skeeter closing in, the Crick takes him, as Skeeter takes out another.
So I think we are very confident coming into the series, and of course we'll do our preparations and try to get the win, because it's a very important game for us.
They'll try to get the win, and to be honest, Tundra has been looking quite good lately, and I think they've been on an upward trajectory. Wow, it's hard, right, T?
Yeah, they have. They've been looking pretty good. No,
Thank you.
I thought you were going to go to Car. I wasn't going to lie. No, but I think, yeah, Skeeter and 9 have really shown up for Tundra, and they have been exceptional, I think, and really kind of surprised a lot of people that they can actually be at the front of the team, leading them through the league.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to see I feel like the aggressive team is going to win. I look for creep heroes to play a big role in this game. I'm not going to say who, but I've been scouting out some of the Smurfs, and I expect to see a Visage in this series. I think it's a really underrated hero. Once you get past the Lycan,
So that's 33 or Weehawk then, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I mean,
Surprise.
both have 3s in their lane. 2 threes.
Oh.
One's got the W, which means winning.
Hey! Okay. With that being said, that was great analysis for this series, but it is time to head to the draft of this first game. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break.
With the right CPU, you can turn any game from familiar to phenomenal. Unleash the potential in all your gaming with Intel 10th Gen processors. With its optimal balance of threads, cores, and frequency to deliver elite real-world performance, only Intel can bring Marvel's Avengers to life with in-game PC optimizations. Supercharge your Marvel's Avengers experience with Intel Core i5, i7, and i9 processors.
extra. So we have Team Nigma going up against Team Tundra, and this series is a must-win for both of these squads. So everything on the line here at Dream League Season 14, powered by Intel, and we are ready for the draft of this first game. We're joined by Purge to help us break it down. Here still also with T Governor and Kyle, and here we are. We have the openings already. What do you want to say, Kyle?
I was just going to say, before we got into the draft and started breaking that down, I just need Purge to undo that last top button. I think you got too many buttons there. One more undone.
What? Do you want 2 undone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice T-shirt, solid T-shirt.
Now we're cooking.
All right, let's
Skeeter's
talk
ready.
Dota then.
Yeah, well, Beastmaster Nyx, I like to see it. We have Nigma with something for mind control that can actually play up-tempo and aggressive, and it'll, in theory, do well with effectively anything they could possibly pick for Weeha or Miracle. The Shadow Shaman Puck, pretty standard openers, let's be real.
Yeah, so pretty much what we're seeing here is the development of when a meta gets to a point where it's kind of been optimized until someone wants to really break out. The Puck, Coddle, Earthshaker, and Nyx, they're the key 4 heroes right now. Tundra, they have the first pick, they go for the Puck. Therefore, Nigma, they want to go for the Nyx. You have to go for a Shaman or that instant lockdown to deal with the Nyx. And then to punish all of this, the Beastmaster counters the Puck and the Shaman, the idea of it. So it's don't be surprised if you see these combination of heroes coming in this order in other series to come.
I feel like if this is Team Secret, though, they're going to just take Beastmaster. Argue that his PL is not really at that same level, but nothing is. Like, the way this team plays around Wraith King, it allows for so much.
Yep.
What? What's so funny?
Nothing, I don't know.
Watch the draft. I also really like
just always comes to you whenever you start walking around the desk. That's probably what he's laughing at.
Oh. I love this visual, though.
Exactly, Push, thank you.
The squad all together. Reminds me when lands were a thing.
Good old times. Seems like forever ago. Oh wait, it was forever ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Almost
we
a
and
year.
GH having a look more. Hey buddy, we're about to play the game of Dota together, yay!
Dude, I swear, he just looks so cuddly. Like, I really think if anyone's listening from the organization, hit up Build-A-Bear Workshop. It is perfect. We would make a fortune.
You suddenly in on the rank.
Oh,
I'm sure you'll get a cut, yeah.
yeah, you know, I'll say my 10% for the,
Alright,
for the
Nigma
idea.
banning, they're banning out CM, the one of the Beastmaster counters in lane. The other ones that we've seen utilized well were carries. Troll Warlord is relatively effective at punishing boars. And who's the other one? Enchantress is the other huge one that a lot of teams have been banning, earlier than CM even.
It would be interesting if they kind of value that Enchantress ban, because some teams, they like letting it go through just to be able to know it's coming and you just have a kind of an easier game to play into it.
Fada is very movable. He moved. Oh, he just settled down.
Oh,
but he's very animated because there's obviously discussion going around for the heroes that they're banning, but it's interesting to watch.
I think when Nigma already has a Nyx Beastmaster opening, you can kind of feel the idea of the game they're going to play. He's going to be on this active hero, and it is going to push Miracle into that super hard carry, and he will eventually win the game like Nigma likes to play. So that's where they're kind of trying to discuss what are we planning on picking, and so what is that big kind of boss community ban? Do we think of like a PL, for example?
How about Lycan?
And they go for the troll.
I mean, it's not really a Nigma hero. Miracle, typically not a fan of it throughout his career, but I would always be afraid of a Lycan Beastmaster combo.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That is clever. I like that. Have a whiteboard behind you, and everybody obviously wants to read all the whiteboards, but this one just says follow, and then
And for every Twitch
flags.
Prime, he'll write your name up there as well.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
He had this up last week, I think, as well. That was pretty cool.
Dota 2 try
Only
We need a
hard.
penmanship was better.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit more obvious. Nair.
Daily.
Thanks, Nine.
What does it say on the bottom right of the board? Ken. Oat.
It's a tough
No.
tag to remember, though. Perhaps I'm going to suggest he changes it to something really
What,
memorable.
ranks
like,
9?
No, like keeping it 9. Or
Just 9.
just 9.
I'm sure that just 9 is taken.
What about just 9? Just 9.
With 2 T's on the just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Cool branding.
Why not?
Then people are gonna think he's named Justin.
Oh, Nigma actually ban out the Lycans.
They did get the inch. I mean, yeah, I love the Lycan ban. If you're not willing to pick it, just get rid of it, especially because you have an Ix. So these Necro 3 heroes become value. You're okay playing into Enigma because you have the Nyx Assassin, though I wouldn't be surprised to see Tundra pick it up here, and you're pointing at something.
No, I just like the fact that Nigma, because they are second pick, they instantly take the Enchantress themselves, therefore they don't have to waste a ban on it, and it just allows them to play out their draft without any too many complications, and that's why I think Fada was giggling a little bit, because he was like, oh, actually, they block picked it. Cool, we didn't want it anyways. It's kind of that idea, potentially.
I really do like watching Crow play the Ench. Him and Puppey and No-Tail specifically, I think are just, they demonstrate why they're better than their competition on the 5 role when they're able to play these creep heroes. These heroes that effectively can influence lanes however they choose to, but they've also just been experts at them since like legitimately a decade ago. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Crow played this at TI1.
Yeah, I am very happy that Team Nigma is doing something different. We have not seen Enchantress picked by them this DPC league, and so far they've only picked Nyx Assassin once, which was for Kuro. So we're going to see GH on something a little different this time with the Nyx Assassin, probably going to him with Kuro taking the Enchantress up.
Yeah, the nice thing here from Tundra, they had the confidence to pick Skitter's hero very early. They'd already seen the lane that they're playing into in the position 5, so that instant PA pick, it plays really well into Beastmaster in lane. You always have that disconnect when the slow comes onto you, but you can kill the boar as well. And Nigma, when they respond with this Void Spirit, it's not like a PA killer. So this is where Tundra, not only have they shown an early carry pick, they're going to be able to cover themselves in the draft. Of course, you have to consider the fact that Miracle does have the ultimate last pick, but at this point, you should be able to narrow down what your draft can't deal with, especially when you have 2 picks in a row to go. The Pangolier is now a soft cover for these illusion heroes that they're maybe picking.
Bloodseeker immediately, as expected. Good stuff.
And Pango flex pick as well, as 9 is obviously very, very good at the Pango mid, but 33 might also pick it up. So
I wouldn't mind a Pango mid here. I'm pretty sure you do quite well against the Void Spirit. You're going to trade very effectively with the disarm procs. And I love 9 Pango. The team fight becomes pretty nuts.
Yeah.
They really need a counter push as well. That was the other thing they were missing. Not very safe for PA to do it, obviously. Puck can do it better if he's a core, obviously, but if Nigma does group and push, they would have needed that. And it just gives them really solid, like, early mid-game team fighting. Once Pango hits 6, like, Enchantress doesn't look as scary as well. They can deal with the Necros just rolling through them, so made a lot of sense to pick. They fear the Bloods or the Grimstroke mid. Or 5.
Does Fada play Puck? I would imagine he does. He used to play mid, so yeah.
He used to, yeah.
It's actually something he's probably, I think only Secret will take a Puck this early and be, maybe they're happy it's 5. Like they want it to be there, and that's what they think of it when they first pick it. And that really does date back to his time as a mid player. Remember, when Fada first swapped over, he was playing all these heroes he used to just play offlane. There was a lot of Jakiro.
That's with every player that changes role. They kind of have this period where it's like, do I really want to change role? Okay, let's just play the heroes I'm used to.
Played 5 Veno for a little bit, and I was like, I don't know about this, but it's like,
Gonna try it. For Tundra, I'd love to see them with like an Abaddon or a Brewmaster, where Nigma has pretty much presented that their entire draft will be Miracle and 4 lads enabling him. Brewmaster pretty much counters that kind of philosophy to the end of days.
Get rid of the Ursa. I don't see what's really left for Miracle in this pool. I'm trying to think, like, you have the Beastmaster. It's playing into a PA, so they could just go for something standard, but I don't like Jug or Lifestealer.
You don't like Slark either? He plays frequently.
Not really. I want it to be something that like kills towers, takes map control. You know, the rest of the lineup is kind of geared to skirmish and find pickoffs. You'd like a hero that kind of amplifies that idea.
Well, again, they need to see what Tundra picks first before you kind of put themselves in that position.
Yeah.
And Tundra, they need to understand, like, is it the Pango offlane? Is it mid? I would love to see an offlane pick here.
It's funny. I remember in the short time I played with Fear, I think I would drive him a little nuts because I'd be trying to think about what we were going to last pick, and he's like, let's see what they pick. And then decide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we don't really rush things, do we?
So they go for the Darkseer, so if it is also a super hard carry, they can always create illusions of it.
Yep. Yeah. Puck 5, Pango mid, PA off, or PA safe. Could also be Puck mid, but
I would rather
I think
see...
it's... Oh, it could be Dark Pango 4.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I'd rather see the Pango with the Darkseer in lane, put the puck mid, charm, and just go catch
I
it.
like that.
They can do whatever they want.
Lane.
That's the beauty.
They have a lot of flexibility.
So for Nigma, what is the
Not anti-mage.
morphling to some degree with the E-Blade blow up, but against puck it's somewhat
Decision
awkward.
is made. Everybody's going to their chairs.
Well, they've only got 12 seconds left. I hope they got a choice. Don't want to random now.
More of the...
Mind Control's happy. He's like, oh, we're going to pick this hero.
We at the back also smiling, happy.
Miracle's not happy though. He's like, why am I getting this hero?
Why am I getting...
Yep, there it is. He's like, what? He's like, oh, guys.
Why am I getting...
Everyone else was excited other than Miracle there.
Wait, there's also
Razor?
still the chance that it will be Razor for Weehaw, because he played that earlier as well, right?
Void Spirit safe lane?
No, I think you... I mean, maybe they're going to run aggressive tri lane and just try to end the game early, get a lot of map control early. I don't know, guys. I am not
Void
the analyst.
Spirit for Miracle. Wow, this is... You know, talk about taking a standard draft and just flipping it on its head. That is a...
They're basically playing for that early Beastmaster timing, that group up where you have the Ags on the Void Spirit, you got the annoyance of the Razor plus the Necro, they'll try and end the game. You spoke about aggression being the key factor in this series, and this is what Nigma's doubled down.
Razor's just not good against these cores. Like, you hate playing against Darkseer PA. How do you keep a link on any of these 3 cores? They all have escape mechanisms.
They're playing for the Beastmaster timing. I rate the kind of the confidence Nigma has to try and execute this, and it's refreshing seeing that this new look. So yeah, no, I'm not knocking it. Of course, Tundra has the scalability in the eventual, team fight in late game, but if Nigma can do this in this small window that they have, why not?
Do you believe in it, Purge?
I'll knock it. I mean, I think it's cool that they're trying to hit this like timing window thing, but like, and yeah, I guess when Void Spirit gets a faster Ags than normal by Slate, like the silence is amazing against the puck. The Shadow Shaman pretty good against like PA Pango. Like they have
real good lanes. I fear for them because every hero is going to need a BKB. How does Razor itemize for this game if he's not super far ahead? Because he's going to need armor, he needs a BKB, he's going to want some item to progress himself. It just feels like as long as Tundra don't lose all 3 lanes, can play with a little bit of pace, they're going to be just fine.
Yeah, I guess the key thing Tundra has demonstrated that they can keep games going quite long. They've pretty much always kept the games like 2-1. Like they've played, I think, the 70-minute game or something.
Yep, the secret game with the Giants Ring of the Wraith King. Yeah,
so
that was them.
If they can install that idea and not get kind of baited into these early fights, they should be fine. But if they fall victim to the aggression and the need to react every time, then I can see, of course, Nigma rolling it. But
Zoom camera, mind control. He's going to be the man that dictates the pace of this game.
All right, let's focus on the tempo that Team Nigma can set and on mind control specific for this first game of the series. Let's head over to a commentary team of Cap and BSJ for the game.
Boy, it seems like BSJ that our panel did not agree with Nigma's choice of heroes. So what do you feel about it? Is we're probably going to get some very early action here. Both teams running into each other.
Razor's just such a boring hero, man. I think that's why we don't see it very often. I don't think he's as bad as his pick rate would say, but who wants to play Razor? They gave him a bunch of reworks, and then they just made his third ability bonus move speed. You know, who wants that? But he does remove PA as a win condition, because even though PA does have a escape mechanism against the Link, you don't want to blink into fights really ever. So Razor, I'm looking for Weehaw to basically be positioning himself in fights such that PA never really feels comfortable committing. But the issue is if they eventually get enough burst damage to just threaten the Razor without the PA committing, then his game plan becomes really hard. But word on the street is that Miracle might be playing a little bit more mid as we go forward in this tournament. So this may be something we see more of with Weehaw safe lane and Miracle on heroes such as the Void Spirit.
And where is that word on the street coming from, Brian?
Hey man, I can't disclose my sources. You know, I just
okay, I can respect it.
Let's just say going into this draft, I was under the impression Miracle was going mid, and so it was pretty funny to hear the panel be like, "What? Void Spirit carry?" You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, let's see how Miracle does it. Like, why do you think there is this changeup?
I think this patch carry is really passive. Most games you have to wait until at least 15 minutes or so to feel really impactful in the game. And I just don't think it necessarily fits the way Miracle likes to play. Like, yeah, he doesn't mind playing the anti-mages and the Medusas. He obviously does just fine on those heroes. But I think he's much better on like the Ember Spirits, the Void Spirits. Like that's what his comfort zone lies, and I think that's what they need in the team more so, if that's a permanent change they're going to make.
Okay, so you think this is very much a personal preference? Because the panel was talking about how Nigma have tended to drafting these harder carries for Miracle and kind of playing a style that is sort of for Protect 1.
Yeah, I think that while Miracle, like I said, can play that way, I don't know. Watching him, you can kind of just tell he flourishes in games where he's like the PL with a defusal at 11 minutes and he's battled. You know, even though PL is a hard carry, he wants to be participating that early on in the game. And even as heroes like Anti-Mage and Medusa, you can do that sometimes. But I think if with this patch specifically, the mid lane is just so active. And I think Miracle's kind of proven he can just play whatever.
Maybe a bit of frustration boiling over after losing 3 series in a row. They lost to Viking GG, Secret, and then OG most recently. So Nigma probably feeling like something's got to change up a little bit here. And we'll see if this does the trick against Tundra.
Yeah, Miracle's doing well so far. Ahead by 5 CS in the mid lane. Void Spirit seems to pretty much free farm in like 90% of his matchups, which something about that is a problem to me.
Yeah, 9. He's doing all right for himself in CS, but not amazing. See what happens when it comes down to the power runes, though, because both those heroes are going to be very effective if they get the right rune.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The first rotation from the mid laners will dictate a lot of this game because all of these side lanes are very volatile.
Oh my goodness! Did you see this? Poor 9. He hit Miracle like 7 times without his passive going off. There was, I think, a very small chance that maybe he could have actually killed Miracle or at least threatened him a little bit. Instead, Swashbuckles up. He's not going to get it off. First blood goes to Miracle as Nigma switching things up and putting Miracle back in the mid lane, and it feels like he's back home.
Yeah, Miracle read his horoscope. He's feeling lucky. He knew that it was written in the stars that was going to be no proc for Pango there.
Biver TP's all the way back home there. The lane is pushed in, so they may not be able to punish the Darkseer so much. Darkseer Shadow Shaman, that's kind of a weird lane.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The panel said they would have liked the Pango 4 position more. I guess they like the Darkseer for the game plan. It is somewhat of a steroid for PA, which makes Skeeter's game more potent in the mid game, even if he has more farming items. And also, it's the team fight aura builder you lacked. Can potentially build like the Crimson Guards or the Guardian Greaves against the Beastmaster, which most heroes often struggle, even carries, to tank through that in the mid game. So that could be really nice for them.
Regen rune for Miracle. Not getting any help from his supports on this side. Fada, he's pretty much just been stuck in lane, and it seems like our Shadow Shaman wasn't able to make the kind of rotation to secure the power rune. So Miracle, off of that first blood, he's going to hold a clear advantage in this mid lane, and it's not looking great in some of the other lanes either, where Nigma is slightly ahead in every single one of them.
Yeah, I have to imagine Razor, even though it's not the most standard pick, we've seen some potent 10th pick Razors, and since he's a ranged hero with decent wave clear, he should pretty much just free farm against Darkseer. So if they know they can pick a hero that eliminates the win condition for the opponent team and also have a secured lane, it seems like a pretty decent pick to me.
Curl standing toe-to-toe against Biver here, trying to challenge for the bounty rune. As a result, he'll miss out on both of them here. Curl's going to come right back. The ward just being placed, though. He sees it coming and will back up accordingly. Seems like Kuro was hoping to get the rotation from Miracle a little bit sooner. Miracle may be focusing on trying to use his advantages. He's got that level 6 over 9 right now. If he can kill this Pango again, setting yourself up for some serious success, especially against 9, one of his signature heroes in the Pango that fared so well for him in NA. It looks like he did try and go for it, but 9 barely managed to get his level 6 here, and he's doing some good amount of damage to Miracle. Miracle is actually going to die.
Close. He laid the Ether Remnant, and that Pangolier roll went off maybe 0.1 seconds before it laid. That was so pins and needles for both heroes.
close call, but this now swings that mid lane matchup that was going very well the other direction. Biver, unfortunately, not a good situation for him there. Keep running, you take more impetus damage. Don't keep running, and the Razor will keep chasing you down. So he loses his life there in the top.
That is interesting synergy there, actually.
Yeah.
Which way would you like to die? You know.
Well, he opts to give it away to the carry, which, you know, may not be the best idea. They're immediately going to see if they can make a go on to Miracle here. Just making use of the support rotation. He fills up the bottle. Maybe we can get some damage on Miracle. If not, no harm, no foul.
The funny part about that is how often do you think people lane against Enchantress Razor, as we see a rotation bottom from 9.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big rotation if they can actually stay in front. Look at these body blocks here from Fada. The Rolling Thunder is going to ensure the kill here as somebody's got it taken, and it will be 9. Claims the last hit there. Skeeter had to play the back line there as he'd already taken so much damage. In fact, they're still trying to get aggressive on him as Miracle is going to be coming over here. The Impale actually dodged by Skeeter. Really good sidestep, and the silence went out. Miracle's still going to be able to chase him down, though. Skeeter falls. Miracle still has one more astral step to make use of. You can see he doesn't want to use that ability if he doesn't have to. Instead, pops to dissimulate to be able to get away.
It seems really nice to have a mid laner that can rotate and kill Beastmaster before 6. Any ultimate base mobility spell is really nice because the boar makes it difficult to close the gap. So Pangolier makes a lot of sense in the draft coming out from Tundra, as Biver is going to eat the dust top. And I feel like this lane synergy between the Razor and Enchantress. Oh, okay, I don't have any time to talk bottom. We got some more stuff going on.
Yeah, they're going to fight again. They're not done with it. They want to kill this Beastmaster a second time before he can hit his level 6. But Miracle has still been hanging around, so Tundra can't exactly go full hog here and take a battle. Instead, they just 2 mid laners.
Top, meanwhile,
yeah. Oh, you know, that last hit was not quite enough. Weehaw wanted to back away to make sure he was safe as Fada TP'd in. So, Hastrun, pop by Miracle here as he sees Biver. Biver, man, he's having a rough go of it this game between the Razor lane, then he shows up mid, tries to get a little bit of experience, and almost immediately dies.
Do you attack with Static Link when you're disabled?
That is a good question.
I actually don't know. I'll keep an eye out for it. I'm curious if it's really good against Shaman for that reason.
Yeah, that might actually be a very real thing here as 9 gets on a killing spree as they find Curl. Who tried to plant a deep ward there. And
the way they're playing, Weehaw's pretty much in a 1v1. So I'm curious if they're going to make a little bit of a lane swap to start the game, if this was kind of their intent. Just because he's safe lane doesn't mean he's not getting the mid lane treatment, as Miracle is just running around the map and Weehaw's enjoying the fruits of this 1v1 with 2 solo kills, or 1 solo kill with 1 pretty much free kill handed to him. The beauty of Razor is when you get kills, you don't usually have to invest many resources. With a lot of other safe laners, you have to use a lot of health and mana to trade in order to get these kills. But with Razor, you're just chasing people down and they have no choice to fight you back.
Yeah, and as a result, he hasn't left this safe lane. He's going to do so.
I believe it's really bad if you end up dead there in that lane.
Rolling on out. Weehaw, he's going to start taking away some of the damage from 9 while he's stunned up, but he's not going anywhere. It looks like he is just going to be controlled up and pretty easily killed. A very big kill, as we were just talking about. Weehaw making that nice read, avoiding a death on a carry that he's been free farming, and then all of a sudden he's caught next to the enemy team's triangle. What's with that?
He just got overly aggressive for the bounty rune at 10 minutes. His inner mid laner is channeling, and maybe a little bit too much. As I did learn, you don't attack with static link when you are disabled. At least that was what I learned from that engagement. So that's a good confirmation. Thank you, Weehaw. He was just testing it out for us.
Yeah, very, very nice guy of him to do that. Spiver.
He heard me.
We're going to watch him receive his 4th death, I believe. Whew. I got a feel for that, man. He's just not, because Shadow Shaman needs some levels. You got to have some space.